There's just not enough time for Xiao to get anything done in this scenario. It is going to be that pistol going the way of Vitality, and off to a flying start for the side of Kicks and Sender.
Yeah, I mean, we saw the trap work for Kicks from that defense. But you can never count these weapons out. They can get damage done, and Angel's showing us that. Runner already dropped. Not a huge loss for Vitality with one pistol in play, and that being towards A, they could recover it. But if they lose any players from here on out, it will start to get costly.
Yeah, now, funnily enough, there's not been many times where I've referenced Irish players, but I have got to watch a little bit of Deadlock on this map from Tempo, from Sweet and Sour, and he definitely had some cool ideas. I think they were actually running it alongside a breach, so you could kind of stun with the grab net, which I think is a nice little idea. But there are a lot of combinations that a lot of teams aren't really going to know how to deal with. You could imagine that Vitality have probably not scrimmed NAVI because they knew they were going to be playing against them, so it's whether or not somebody else has been using this in the matches when facing off against NAVI. For now, though, off to a flying start. Managing to get an opener around where not much is invested, just a few pistols to try and do some damage. And the rest of what Vitality have is all rifles. So any other players going down is a hefty price to pay.
Pistol up close, sometimes dangerous, but further away is where it claims its victim. This time safe, could be in trouble. A lot of players low here. It's manageable for him. With a Guardian, that rate of fire is not going to be as high, and there's two as that smoke emerges that could be staring straight at him. The steps heard, though. He's backed off. 10 seconds or so for them to get the plant in. And it is going to be secured, but the round doesn't look to be securable. Angel, he's doing so well now, but he doesn't know there's a player on the right. Tucked away, Trex claims the round, but it is a costly victory for Vitality.
Yeah, no, a lot of damage done. As I said, that wasn't a load of SMGs or players with pistols. That was rifles on the majority. So the fact that NAVI have been able to clear out a lot of those guns is going to mean either a risky repurchase for Vitality into the next, or they're going to have to play a bonus with a lot of pieces missing. So not
a couple of really insers were causing some problems, but now they're ready to roll. And early aggression from this attacking side as they look to spam through the smokes and deny that space Vitality took in the previous for free. And with the jump up above the smoke, Zipan has cleanly claimed that first kill. Vitality on the back foot without their duelist. As we said, there will be some weaknesses. We still see Kicks come in on a Sheriff, but they're in pretty fit fighting form on the side of Vitality. NAVI obviously fully equipped, and Thrash is online.
I think the main threat is if Sender or Kicks get a kill, because Annihilation, what it's good for is basically getting you a frag. Like, if you can get a kill on the other side, you can catch someone in clutches, it's great. And the same for Orbital Strike, can be used so much in denial. This Thrash, though, so much information. The TP through is great, though. The cover wasn't really there. Xiao was expecting someone to come in from the other angle, and because of that, they've managed to get that kill for free.
Bit of a disaster after clearing out all this space, and now it's going to be cleared out further with Orbital Strike called into effect. Sender getting them that control as they quickly reclaim Bath, but 1v1 duels elsewhere as Trex is dropped and Heaven now isolated. Kicks needs to make a decision. He falls back to fight, but the Sheriff in hand, it wasn't enough. Sender, though, emerging from the smoke for one, safe on another, and that is where the story ends. For a
sounds a lot more badass than it is.
Yeah.
It's all right. Oh, I don't think it's amazing.
It's decent. It's situational also. I'm gonna find a situation for it to connect. Get that cocoon up and running. We'll see how it develops. Round 4. Thrash out of play. We saw Angel use it, lose his life. This time it's Zipan before the net even falls on the ground. He's down and out. Dropped.
Sender clearly feeling confident in his own individual ability, that's for sure. Sugetsu looking to potentially try some of those Nats-esque lurks with the push alongside the screen. Basically looking to just try and take some control into lamps, but you can see for the most part that's been negated by the side of Vitality, and they're just using that Gecko utility for extra info. This fight could be everything though. Trex taking down Xiao, smoke's gone, and now the rest of the players isolated as they head into the site.
With Angel dropped, he got a little bit aggressive. You can understand why. They need something to fall back in their favor in a 3v5, but now a 2v5 post-plant. No nade to work with on Artis, a snake bite for Sugetsu, but the poison orb isn't even on that spike. This is going to be raw fights. The flash didn't pop in time, and now an orb's gone up for Vitality, obscuring the vision. Artis spotted, spammed, and on 11 HP, he was not going to last very long. That is a 3 1 scoreline. Attack side outlaw here on Bind. Now, that's not something you're going to see too often. Can definitely bridge the gap if he can land a couple of shots, and being Sugetsu, they might even be headshots. For Vitality, it's something to be worried about, and the fact that Runner's gone down early, but the trade out for Angel seems worthwhile. They lose a lot of their utility that they would be very keen to use as it refreshes up. Safe won't lose their Gecko util, staying alive, falling back to the A site, and leaving NAVI with no real opportunities to claim.
They've at least been able to get that rifle back. I'll give Artist something to play with in this round, and constant denial off the back of Trax's utility. Safe's definitely got to be a bit careful, already low on HP, but I feel like he's almost just baiting the knowledge of his teammate. They know that he's still here, and that takes that orb offline. It means that a little bit of extra space can be taken. However, still seems like they're a little bit hesitant of what direction they want to go in. 3 players now here ready and waiting for the defensive side as they finally look to make their push.
You don't imagine this is where Vitality want to commit all too much. Safe up top. He has his flashes, Dizzy back online. But it's the ult that's used. The Thrash thrown out. It won't get a lot of space. They can't capitalize on the back. Punished by Zipan was good, but with 8 seconds left, Spike down. They need a miracle to get away with this, and a couple of kills might have given them if they had more time. The clock has run too far down. And so Kicks clutches it out with 0 effort, 0 HP.
They've already destroyed the sensor, and Angel with a double opener. We talked about how aggressive he can be off the back of this Gecko. It's almost like a quasi-duelist for the team. He's not going to be able to detain Sender at the back of the site, and actually Sender's still looking to go forward. He's been tagged up by that snake bite, but I don't even think they know he's here. They will now, and actually the swing comes out from Angel. Doesn't really have any support off the back of it. Orbital strike, I think, is going to be used into that back corner, which could cause problems for Sugetsu, but he survives just in front of it. And now it's left all on to save, but it's so aggressive from Sugetsu. A little bit unnecessary, and he's given Safe a chance.
He has. That time, I mean, it's decently far gone. But for Safe, being able to put the wingman on to defuse, he has a chance. That chance is slipping away as he clears these angles and finds no enemies, no attackers. Now, it's open combat. He has no idea where they're going to swing from. And now he does. Information coming a little too... Struggling to regain control. Viper's Pit and Thrash online for them. In the previous rounds, Navi have had the edge in terms of ult economy. Now it's Vitality's turn, and that was a risk.
The Showstopper went away as well. Artist looking to take that fight, and it gets tagged down to just 10 HP, and then still hits both shots.
And runs in. Look at him go. Hasn't even popped his ult.
This is definitely going in Kukuka's Artist rather than a Nardis? Nardis.
Spike planted.
I think we can workshop the name, I'll be honest. But that's an Artist round.
He's 10 HP.
True.
And look where he is. Artist is in the doorway. He is beckoning them forth.
He's got a pop flash, what do you mean? He's getting ready.
Of course.
If that killed him. A little bit close.
Artist, I told you to get back.
Of course it's Angel throwing the util as well.
Of course.
You know that if he died, Angel would have gone, what do you mean? Your fault.
Yeah. 10 HP, fall back.
I didn't see you.
Post plan. You're in the smoke.
But, wow, what is looking like a flawless round in terms of Navi's survival. I said 4-1 down to this. Looking like a unit. The entries as well from Artist, like he might not be on the duelist, but again, they have so many...
That scoreline he's sitting on. Now here's a Viper's Pit used just in time, so the ult won't affect it. Trex, though, has been spotted. And that is a beautiful take from Navi. The flash through revealed and gave them an iota of where he might be, and they just dive right down on top. Bet they wish there was a deadlock trap this round.
Spike planted.
Oh, that is bleak, but Sender, given a couple of opportunities, Sugetsu eventually will play it safe. Little bro may even find him within. They know exactly where he was. Sender didn't shoot it because he was worried, and Sugetsu just lands every shot placed in front of him. Finally, well, this time Runner isn't down, but he's left in a 1v4 turned 3. Try and bring this back for his squad, but being watched by so many angles, no real opportunity for them to use this showstopper. And that's the thing that's a bit frustrating. I feel like they had the utility to try and get back into this round. And a little bit, the knife was about to take it away, so had to be fired off. And it has found absolutely nothing. Even the space taken has to be immediately given up. You can't fight for that control any longer.
No, that's one of the things. If you move this down towards B long, even hookah control, take mid, these are angles that you back from. You're way out of pocket holding that angle. Now, for NAVI, they've decided to retake the space slowly, giving respect to Vitality. Although I feel like that might come to an end soon. Angel, 2 players on the other side. The idea for Trex to take the fight and Runner
put his crosshair on him through the wall.
to take it right after. This should be an easy trade. In fact, the flash will give it away. It might just get Runner ready to swing. In fact, they've fallen back, giving up the space, focused on Zip, and Runner has got 3 in this round. He's shown up and just in time because Vitality need this. NAVI are running away with the game, and now at 6-4, finally there's some fight in the defenders. Up goes Artis and down right after. Makes sense. Angel, a little bit different.
You
They
say
have
that
the
to
extra
his
credits. No, not a chance.
Say that to him in the post-match interview. We'll see what he says.
There it is. I was going to say, is there no spare rifle? But yeah, there was indeed, sat on the ground. So just the one up on the way through. They've traded out safe to start with, so that flash that they've been using on A for Vitality won't be in play. And I think they're just going for a retake setup because of that. They haven't got the early information. They haven't got the manpower. They stack B, and now they'll give up this plant with a double flank being the idea.
They don't currently have much. Annihilation is available, which if it can pick off one player, that could work, but never mind. Sugetsu's been caught from behind anyway. Not having much. The problem is, it might be about to switch positions. Rifle picked back up. Nice shots out of Angel. And it is going to leave things down into this 2v2 scenario. Coming in from different positions. Trex looking to make his way through all of the utility. Molotov available for Xiao. This is the thing. Him in the post plant's always going to be deadly. A safe pair of hands. And while they've got to now try and get onto this one, and they think the time's going to allow for it. Needs to be right back on it, and it isn't going to be happening. Xiao will even... Investment here. 3 rifles, a pistol for Angel, even a judge. For the other side of things, okay, they're able to get a few pistols on the board and attempt to try and do some damage. We've seen them be talented with these guns. It's just, can they make this costly enough? Because now NAVI have a chance to really springboard themselves into this map.
This is it. Yeah, that pistol represents so much. Now, obviously, we saw NAVI on their attack side build up the rounds later. Again, that comp for Vitality will cause some problems potentially. Clean to start. Maybe not to finish. But 1 rifle dropped is nothing. They can claim that back. Another, though, and it starts to get a little bit risky. Angel on his way in, but he's only got a ghost, and they can isolate this fight. Not a very favorable one for him. And Trex has even picked up Zagetsu. This is getting very scary. And finally, the scares subside.
The others either.
There won't be many more to talk about. The left side left open by the boom bot. It's cleared, though. Vitality again, same thing we've seen many times before. They're not committing to the early bit of map control they claim. They're going, they're poking, and they're deciding later. The problem is, look at the rotations out of NAVI. They've left B now for a 4-man A stack, 3 pushed up close. Zip and in the corner, but Artis is caught. A snake bite. Oh, that's going to catch both players, I believe, and the flash is giving it away. They know there's someone else there. Vitality steamrolling this round. They shouldn't expect Angel. 3 players pushed up like that? Yeah, you're knife out going into this fight and a chance for more. Angel's picked 2. They're back in the round. And Xiao's on his way, but Angel doesn't care. The flash gives him a bit of space. The Mosh will stop them claiming the spike for at least a moment longer, even stopping them from fall. One, he got a kill! Safe stepped into it! They've got the spike and they're out, but look at how much damage Angel has done. It's a 2v2, and Xiao's on the way. He's so quick, having already been in spawn. He gives it away with the molly, and it lands not for that plant. So at least the post plant will be set up by Vitality.
Oh, Angel into the 1v1. I don't know how he's winning these fights. Trex should have had him dead to rights, and now Angel takes control. We talk about this man. Versus Angel, nice combo. That's what we wanted to see. Grab net in play. Angel's still around though. They might even just showstopper him. No, never mind, he's still kicking. He really is having a phenomenal game. Got himself the ultimate online. Kicks, looking to try and respond. Been spotted. It's going to be the flash to try and help Xiao get the kill, but Angel's doing it all on his own. 8 kills now in 2 rounds. Finally, he's been put in the grave. But it didn't even matter. Talking about combos. Every
KO or a gecko. God, I wouldn't want to be Artis. Well, Angel noticeably stepped out of the mosh pit. An interesting move. Safe's taking notes. And it looks like we've got a cocoon. It's Artist that's being caught, taken away, and, well, he will not be living to see another day. In fact, he'll be donating his weapon over to the side of Vitality. You now stand a chance. Kicks has done well, but there comes the little homie. And unfortunately gets nothing. It's used preemptively, thinking the push was on its way. It's the wraparound from Zipan. Oh, barely missing the pixel of Kicks' head. Blasts him out and takes him out of the round. Showstopper used, but he's caught. An immediate trade out as Trex now moves to cover his teammates' retreat. The A site plant is the objective. How much can Trex do, or can he slip out alive? It looks like the answer is to the latter question. The answer is yes, he's away. He's safe, and the plant will be secured with a post-plant Viper's Pit available, and I presume about to be used, especially with Safe's lack of weaponry. Doesn't look like it, though.
There's not really anything to be found. I guess just so wary to be caught with that ultimate in hand that it might not necessarily be worth the risk. It does leave Trex with the majority on his shoulders, although with Angel so low, that frenzy actually becomes ever more deadly. A real opportunity for Safe to pretty much put this to bed, but just peeking those angles. Angel has been that star entry fragger, been that star duelist. Trex just trying to hide on the edge of the poison orb, but eventually he's going to have to move. Doesn't have the utility to play with, just hoping he can get something off the spam. It's already to harm, but Angel just spams straight. He has no...
And he got it, man. Angel has been on fire. I think I heard him earlier, right, in one of the replays go, I'm full cheating. And I'm starting to think he might be telling us something. I mean, check this man's PC. He's unbelievable. And one more round needed out of 7 for Vitality. They can at least take solace in that this is Navi's map pick. And they came in with an interesting composition. They tried something new, and it hasn't worked out. Often, that's what you need with these new comms. Test it in an official and find out your flaws. Unfortunately, I don't know how much you learn from a game like this against NAVI. Don't have them just barrel down towards you. Okay.
I think a lot of it came down to that defense. We didn't really see what we needed.
Like, what is this guy doing?
So, one of the players in that 1v1 fight is a young star that's just come up for the tier 2. The other won the fight and is 34 years old.
Orbital struck back. Okay, backwards. I thought they were going to be firing out into Angel. He was about to get another 3K, but it just delays a little bit of time.
Yeah, they've still got that Viper's Pit. Might be able to use that to try and drop out of Hookah with a little bit of extra space. They also have the Thrash to try and take themselves a little bit of extra space. And actually, Xiao's kind of stuck in the mud, but they might just be stuck with Angel waiting on the edge. So is Xiao. Just looking for anybody. Angel's been cleared. That's something, but they haven't spotted Xiao somehow. Trex still manages to win that duel, leaving it into a 3v4 scenario. Trex in trouble, taking a lot of damage, and that pit will fall if he goes down with it. But the players defending on the other side, catching them as they try and push through. And Zipan and Sugetsu, well, they're going to fall as well. A great flash coming out of Safe. Can Sugetsu make this costly? Can he get some orbs?
Looks like he's just going to be hightailing it. Can't even catch them as they exit with the pit up. Good usage of it. We thought maybe it would be used in the previous round. Instead,
try and lock down some more aggressive positions. Like we've seen a lot of the combos that Vitality have done have been in order to take someone out on the site. Runner has... I think he was on top of the truck. That's the only thing I can assume. Safe. That's just absurd. Like, taps his little buddy to get them back into position. Zipan's going to be able to find one, but he's desperately low, and Kicks will be quick to trade. Still, in these clutch scenarios, Navi have been problematic.
Yeah, Artist is going around the world, but it looks like it's being spotted. Safe, though, the first target, 30 HP. They're coming up on the fight right now, and as we didn't see, Artist falls. So for Safe, a 3rd kill in this round, and the Heaven Control that we spotted is going to be given up as Sugetsu decides to back on out and move to the B site, carrying forward the op to the next round and giving Vitality a 7th, a way back in. Some momentum and wind in their sails at last. But how long can it go, Tom? This is it, Navi. You're going to be building up ultimates, and eventually you run into that Angel that we've seen round and round again.
Yeah, it is ridiculous. But the thing is, that was a big round from Safe. And that's the thing, he's still been putting up numbers. Like, to be able to bait them in and find both kills is just a huge little piece of individual prowess.
The round for Zipan. Forced back by the snake bite that came through the roof up top. In comes the wingman. Zipan will avoid him. And you know that player wants to go back and claim him again. Safe was able to catch them off guard last round as he went to reclaim his utility. This time he dodges a bullet, swings out wide, and takes another. Beautiful stuff for Safe, and he's not stopping anytime soon with Angel spotted on the flank. It's all left onto Xiao. And this 13th round will evade Navi once more, short of heroics from this man. Not heroics we've never seen before from him, but ones I don't think he's even going for. In the spawn, and presumably a save will be called after this plan comes in.
Yeah, I'd be pretty surprised.
They need the credits too.
See them go for this, especially in a 1v5 where there hasn't really been any damage done whatsoever. But yeah, it does look like Vitality are now starting to build into this one. Some solid utility, they're aware. I think that's what I'm liking. Oh God, okay. That's not what I wanted to see from thankfully, considering he's playing B long, is gone.
Hey, he gave it to Xiao. They little swapsies. So Xiao could play inside of Hookah instead, but Vitality are going to be avoiding all of those shenanigans on B. Instead, looking at the A site. Orbs just being claimed. Zipan just one away from a showstopper, so that's online for next round. Thrash will be there too. The buy round out of NAVI will pack a punch, maybe even matching that of Vitality. Now though, not so much. What? Okay, Angel has used Thrash. He's committed it, he's gone through the TP, he's found nothing with it, now he's stuck in a long-range fight. At least he's got a rifle.
Spike planted.
But stuck in a long-range fight, trapped inside a TP with 30 HP. His life is limited, to say the least. Looks like Sugetsu might grab at least. Oh, that was suboptimal, to say the least.
They baited the hell out of him with the sensor. I love it. Just basically put him in a position, and while they are isolating all of these duels, it's going to be the one kill.
Doesn't matter how many credits they've got in their back pocket, they've got enough. That's all you need to know. 3 ultis like we said, and it will be Thrash used right off rip. And in fact, Zipan, showstopper back, canceled the Thrash. Orbital strike down for space. Vitality tried to claim it. A mesh of backside, but Kix is caught. This is pure chaos with another showstopper thrown through. Navi, I mean, they've fallen back. They've given the space. They've allowed these ultimates to fall flat, essentially. And now they've got to retake on more even ground.
And they've got a huge HP advantage as well. Like, a lot of the damage has actually been done onto the Vitality side. Safe and Trex on their last legs. Flash over the top will garner some space, and as 2 of them fall, Trex looking like he might be just trying to play some of those post plants, but he doesn't have any utility to play with. Sender will at least land himself a shot. Trex has found another, but he's dead to rights. It's going to be left onto the IGL.
Molly
still has a molly to play with to try and slow them down that little bit more. Being fired out, they should be able to get this one to half, however. In fact, Xiao might even just opt to stick it the whole way. It's not going to land in time. It's just that little bit too slow. And Vitality